step on in, take a look around. Treasures and finds where deals abound. Old soul stories in rust and gold. Every piece got a tale untold. Oh, it's a wild ride, come and see. Auction nights and history, with Steph in charge, it's all good vibes. A little surprise in every find, where the past and future shine. Dig a little deeper, stand up strong. This is a place where you belong. Out in the woods or live online, Steph's got the magic, it's auction time. From old school vinyls to vintage clothing and home goods, it's all about the memories. Dragonflies dance as the sunflowers sway, sprinkling gold in the Kansas way. Rolling treetops hum with the breeze, through the Flint Hills wild and free. Through storms and dust we rise again, built on heart, built on wind. Stronger than the trials we've seen, we stand with hope, we chase our dreams. Mr. Stephanie behind his shades, fedora low, but the plans are made. Silent moves, but sharp and wise, got that hustle in his eyes. Red clay roads beneath my feet, dusty trails where past and future meet. Through the hills where the tall grass waves, every turn holds a story saved. Of a place where hearts ignite, join the tribe, find your spark. The future's looking bright tonight. Dragonflies sprinkling sunflowers with the Kansas winds.
Almost seamless. Welcome in, y'all. I am not in regular chat, so you guessed it. Sorry. It's been a day and I've only got 3 hours into it. My nose is still running. Allergies. I am not sick. I'm getting over being sick. I gotta come up with the second number. I've already got the one for the sunflower books. I just gotta choose a number. Come on, Steph. How hard is it? Alright, and then we're gonna do a channel sticker. We might get to a third giveaway. I'm not quite sure yet. If we do, we do. So, welcome in, y'all. Drop your numbers between 1 and 125 if you would like to participate in today's giveaway. And I don't know if you can tell if they're, where is that light?
Over there.
Kill the light for a minute. Let's see if it glows.
They glow a little.
Oh, look. They do glow.
I gotta step out of the room.
Yep, that would be us calling.
Yep.
Talk about soldiers and their consistency. Oh, all right. Let's see. Mr. Steph stepped off. I got numbers up so I can go into chat. Hey, Crack and Mary, welcome in. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. One of y'all definitely are contender in today's giveaway. I can tell you that. Y'all somewhere in the numbers. What else? I went sourcing for a bit. Not that I need to, because Lord knows I need to get through my totes, get through the boxes that I do have stuff in, and get through my vehicles because they've been a storage unit for a hot minute. So, but I decided to go sourcing because I needed it out of the house. So, how is y'all's hump day going? I'm trying to think because I literally got home less than 20 minutes before we came live. We started pulling stuff out. I haven't gotten through all the stuff I sourced, but we're gonna show you as we sort it. So, I'm just gonna be a show and tell and have fun and connect and relate and what else? My nose is like I thought I had some allergy pills, but I don't know. I might have went through them. I am looking. There's Mr. Scott. I need to step into my sales area to grab a few things. So if you want to come over and keep people company, and I gotta blow my nose again. You know, it wasn't running until like right before we went live. Alright, I will be right back. Mr. Stubbs here, y'all.
Alright. Hold on a second, guys. I was trying to get my phone back to where it belongs. Crack and Mary, wait till she gets back in here and I'll let her answer that. There's a few things that I sell around here because I help source it and I know what's in it. That Angel, I'm not quite sure even what she's got in it. Earbud out. So how's everyone's day? Mine's going pretty decent. It's my first day off for the week, so it's kind of been just my sit on the couch and become a potato day. So, but yeah, Steph will be back in just a second. I'm not sure what she's grabbing. I had one of our soldiers called and was surprised that we were back to doing lives. Told him, yeah, Mom's feeling better, so here we are. So we're back, guys. Yeah, we just before we went on, we did a bit of sourcing at one of our local holes up here, and come back and
Still gotta go get like one more thing.
okay. And then Crack and Mary has a question when you get back in.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so we went and did a little bit of sourcing. I picked up the 2 cups at the place that we were at. And then I dug through a couple totes from stuff that we've kind of, as we were trying to get stuff organized before life kicked us in the hind end, and pulled out a bunch of other glass that Steph had sourced in southeast central Kansas. So down in the bottom corner down there, got it all up here, and we're going to show some glass and a few other things. I mean, it's kind of the joy of being an Emporia is you can show everything. Of course, she'd be in here if we wouldn't have went sourcing.
The what?
I said, of course, she'd be in here if we wouldn't have went sourcing. Are you good now?
I think I'm good now. I found a couple things. I didn't find the last thing that was kind of needing, but it's fine. I got something jumping up on my screen. I'm gonna adjust
So
it
Crack and
this
Mary's
way.
asking that Angel that you showed last night, would you take 10 for it?
You talking this, Angel? Let me get it up here.
Hopefully she's still hanging around and didn't
If-
run off for a few minutes.
If not, I'll show it again. If it's that particular one, absolutely, Crack and Mary. It's actually probably my most favorite angel I've sourced.
Yes, that's the one.
I don't know how to explain it other than it gives you like it's a statue. So I don't know. It's just a very
What
common.
number do you want to name that?
Let's go with what was your numbers last night?
Let me get over to the G53 was the last number we used.
So let's go with G54.
Okay.
I need to. Thank you, Crack and Mary. Yeah, this is from Angelic Sculptures. I haven't Google Lensed it or anything. All I can tell you is from all the experience I have with stones.
Hi, Subi.
Hey, Subi, welcome in. That these 3 stones up here, it almost looks like aquamarine, but I don't have something to test it. And then the rest of it's quartz, but it's just a really cool piece. So I'm glad you're going to enjoy it. So this was G54, right?
Yep.
And she's got 10 on it. Thank you, Crack and Mary. Where are we at on time? We're 12 minutes in. If anyone's interested, it's not something necessarily I'm going to show today. I might later, but I do have some playing cards. We've got 2 SpongeBob. These are Christmas playing cards. They're new in the box. And then I have Elf. I'm just showing you because I'm going to stick them over there. Let's see. Bring you all back down. Before I got sick and life decided to shake us up again. Let's see. The last one is a month from a month ago. So February 26th. So I ain't read from this in a while. This is the Jesus Calling Inspirational Day Spring Day Brightener from Sarah Young. I started reading the Jesus Daily sorry, I'm looking at the date on my computer and I can't believe this month's already almost gone. Alright, so today's devotional is waiting on me means directing your attention to me and hopeful anticipation of what I will do. It entails trusting me with every fiber of your being. Instead of trying to figure out things out yourself. Waiting on me is the way I designed you to live, all day, every day.
Froze.
Did I freeze? I am moving here.
Are you okay? I'm on your froze. Hi, Bridezelle.
Hey, Bridezelle, welcome in.
There you go. Now you're going.
Hey. Okay, now I'm back. Mr. Steph.
Yes.
How big of a pain in the would it be to redirect my hardwire for the internet? It's going to take you a couple minutes, right?
It's going to take me a little bit because I've got to dig it out from under the mats and everything on the cells.
And just, all right, we've only had one freeze. If it continues to be an issue, then we'll need to get it. All right. Anyways.
Hi, Jody.
Hey, Jody. Welcome in. I'm having some allergy issues. I'm having maybe some barometric pressure change in my ears. So if you hear it in my voice, I'm sorry.
Well, we do live in Kansas,
To me-
and we are to burn season.
Yeah, they started. If you go to my playlist in our neck of the woods, I think it's a year old or maybe even older. But new ones should be coming out. I will definitely, Mr. Steph and I, one of these evenings.
Take a drive. I wish we could have.
We'll take a drive and we'll show you the ground aerial view of the Flint Hills burning. It's something they do every year.
And that one last night was a.
And that's probably why my nose is running, because it's been running since yesterday. Alrighty, let's see. I created you to stay conscious of me as you go about your daily duties. I have promised many blessings to those who wait on me. Renewed strength, living above one's circumstances, resurgence of hope, awareness of my continual presence. Waiting on me enables you to glorify me by living in deep dependence on me, ready to do my will. It also helps you to enjoy me in my presence and fullness of joy. So that's today's devotional from Jesus Calling. I'm going to start getting intentional. Typically, when in life is on calmer seas, I listen to devotionals, whether they're on YouTube. Typically, it was YouTube, or other places, just to get the positive energy. You know, if you don't have positive stuff going on in your life, you got to create it. All right. The hero.
Hi, Ashley.
The hero you're waiting for exists in you. Not preaching to the choir, except for maybe myself. All right, so the next one is Power Thought cards. Welcome in, Ashley. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Power Thought cards by Louise L. Hay. And I actually learned about this author and these particular cards, well, any conversational cards, when I was advocating in Cedric County, so that's Wichita, for families. We go over and meet once a week, and this was an icebreaker. So I guess I just need to pull a card. Hey, there's still paper in there. All right, my thoughts are creative. That looks like maybe it's a cardinal, or maybe it's a fox. And on the back it says, I say out to every negative thought that comes to my mind, no person, place, or thing has any power over me. For I am the only thinker in my mind. I created my own reality and everyone in it. So that is today's card there. Let's see, what else can we get into? We've got 1 minute and we are going to do our sunflower bucks giveaway. Kind of moving forward, our sunflower dollars will be given away somewhere around 20 minutes into our show. That gives anyone that wants to participate the ability to, still be around. And if they want to grab some, if they win, cool. These cards say, how did you know that? So this is a trivia. So I just grabbed one that says vitamin C. No. Alright. Says vitamin C. No Japanese chopsticks have pointy ends, while Chinese chopsticks have flatter ends. I did know chopsticks were different. I didn't understand why. And then it says 1891 and cheese. So maybe that was the answers? Because on this side, eggs contain almost all vitamins with one noticeable exception. What majority vitamin do they lack? Vitamin C. Okay, I get it. All right, next time I won't blow that one up. So what was 1891? 1891 was the year that electricity in the White House was installed. So prior to 1891, the White House didn't have electric. Interesting. Alrighty, we should be at the 20-minute mark. So if you want to put stop signs in, Mr. Staff.
Okay.
And then I get other conversation cards starters, but I don't know if we'll need them tonight. Let's see. Mr. Steph, did you get my Shopee Spree / retail therapy off the porch? Because I didn't.
No, but I can.
We stopped by the post office because I got a notification that my second retail therapy purchase was arriving today, and they delivered it to the house. So, and then y'all know I shop at Dollar Tree, and if you don't, you know now. I don't go there for everything because quality, right? But interesting enough, I've had this like a month. Does it work? I'm looking to see what it looks like on the screen. Hey, that's cool. So this is a magnifier, but it's a full sheet. This is like an 8x10. I just grabbed that in case I need it today, because I do have a few things that are marked and they're small. All right. So let's start off with the sunflower buttons. Ready for $5 sunflower bucks. Remember, you can choose to use them this evening, or you can hold off till next week. Number 32. 32 is the number. And 32 was the first birthday I had without at least one parent on this earth. My dad had passed away a week after I turned 31. Let's see. Crack and Mary?
Where is Gizmo? He's up top.
Oh. Who's asking for Gizmo?
No, Sue B was asking if we had sold him. Hi, backyard trucker.
We haven't sold him yet, but I did have, I don't know how serious of an offer yesterday for 50 on him. I mean, and he's still sitting up, he was still sitting up there.
She goes, oh, there he is. All right.
What? Dude, this one is the bomb.
Hey, so we need to seriously look him up.
Whoa! And it actually sold, right, Jody? That wasn't someone that ate one too many gummies before they went to bed and decided to list. Who was it? Crack and Mary?
No, it was Jody that said that.
No.
Oh. Yes, it was Crack and Mary. I still got my notebook.
What did I do with it? Oh, set it over here. Sorry, I thought I handed it back. All right, so Crack and Mary
Yeah, it was sold, Jody said.
51 is the closest number because no one was on my number.
And Kraken Mary said the Kraken was serious last night.
Let me Google lens him.
For one, I don't want to sell him for a whole buttload of money and then him only be worth like $5.
Right. I mean, I know what I got into him. And I mean, the 50 was definitely not far off of where my mind frame was. But yeah, he could sit up there, at least for today, for $50. All right, let me get Kraken Mary's name on this. Kraken Mary, you won today's sunflower bucks. I'm just gonna assume you want it applied to the box y'all are building.
Yeah, Subi said she can't see the top shelf on the camera.
Oh wow. It may be the device she's on. You remember we have
Yeah.
that issue. Alrighty, let's see. What else? Any announcements? I think our biggest two changes, I mean, other than the fact that we're changing spaces.
Yeah, Subi says, I would list him, just saying.
That might be what I do.
And that's part of getting this room set up is to be able to start listing.
The day we sourced him, I was not expecting to find him. And I mean, he's the only one that I've come across that, has a music box. So ones like that, one are going 500. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll keep it for a hot minute. I planned on starting the list on eBay in March, and here we are at the end of March, and I know we're close. A lot of it's because I feel intimidated about another platform. It sounds silly, but when you start listening to a bunch of people's horror stories, it's like, oh, do I really want to do that?
And then Kraken Mary asked if you have any more angels. I know we do have a few.
Give me a second. Let me look and see what I have visible. I got 1, 2, 3. 3 for sure visible. I could go ahead and show them. I do have an angel bell still. It does have a condition issue, meaning it looks like it's been repaired, even though it doesn't appear to be repaired. Let's see. Yeah, these both got numbers. This one I don't think I've got a number on it yet. This is a wall hanging. That's a Mexico made one. I think that's what that's stamped. Oh, there's another angel. I'll have to get a number on it. Yeah, this was made in Mexico. Alright, I think we'll start with these. Mr. Steph, so it should be G55, right?
Yep.
I don't know what I do with my marker. Oh, it's on the other side of the angel. Alright, so G. That's where I'm at for this.
Noel.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah. I don't know if I should bring that one today. I need to clean her up. I mean, I could show her today, but she does need cleaned up because she definitely has some Kansas dust on her. So G55, we're going to do a starting bid of $5. She is a wall hanging. I don't know what material. I mean, it's breakable, but trying to think. G55. Here, let's do it this way. So G55. No, it doesn't feel like plaster. I don't know how to quite explain it. It almost feels like wood, but you know it's not. Alright, so G55 starting bid is $5. Made in Mexico. Let's see. It does need a good wipe down, obviously. And it does come with a lot of Kansas dust, but I don't mind giving her a solid wipe down. She is 7 inches tall by just about 3 3/4 inches wide. So at her longest, which is her wing here, she wants them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
All right, here. This is what we'll do. So we're gonna stay with G55, Kraken Mary. Before I'm gonna pull numbers off of these. I've got them separated. This is a trinket box. It looks viscous. It's sealed, so I can't feel it, but it does appear to be viscous. It's gold glitter for the wings. I would almost say it's probably, I don't know if it's porcelain. It might be ceramic. So there's that one. This one's Believe, Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound. So this is a shelf sitter. And those are pink, roses, pink roses. And this one, I think, is 2 inches, 2.5 inches.
she wants that one for sure, whatever one you were just showing.
So you want this one for sure. And then I have this Kirkland's Hallmark. I know I have more of these in different shades and stuff, but they're in a tote somewhere. It does say it was made in China. Let's see. About 7.5 inches tall. And it is 2 inch by...
And she wants the one before the other one that did. So
it should be both that are on the laptop. Alright, so it was a 2, right? The space, sorry. My brain. 2 by... 1 3/4. And it does have, it's green, black. It appears to be maybe even a little bit of yellow in the dress. But there's no, I don't see any condition issues with her. And she's got a few little scratches here or there, but it's nothing that affects. So I do have those, and these 2 are the ones that you're wanting. Just to confirm. And if that's
and
what...
the other one.
Okay. How about we do...
12 for all
shoot me an offer for all 3. Right? And Hippie is in at 5 for the last one. So let's just do a starting bid of $5. Does that work?
So all of them starting bid.
Yeah, we'll do a lot. So G55 is going to be a lot, and it's starting bid $5. So you get the trinket. Unless you don't want the trinket, in that case, you could donate it to the giveaway bin. Just saying. You know, I don't want to send anything to anyone that don't want it. This definitely, I will clean it up. It's going to be, you know, water, maybe some mild.
So Hippie's in for 5, looking for 6 or more.
Yep. And then here's this one. So we'll do it as a lot. Hopefully that's all right with y'all. Because if I can bundle a few things together, especially small items.
Looking at the bag we just got from sourcing, I thought there was another one of those angels in there.
No, you're probably thinking the lady I want to have for.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking the lady I
Yeah, I
got
just saw that.
today. I got her so when I do sales videos, and I mean she's got a condition issue. So.
Okay, I just saw her in there. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've got any. I've got unicorns. We got unicorns.
all right, so Hippies for 5.
All right. Kraken Mary, are you interested in this lot for $6? Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and count it down and do it slowly because she had to step away.
Right, that's the reason why, yeah.
Remember yesterday, Kraken said he wasn't 100% yet. So,
And Hippie's like, let's have an auction.
yeah, come on. I'm looking, y'all. I mean, we got several things today. Who's all active? Say in the last like 5-10 minutes. 'Cause I did get a couple of things. But.
So we're going twice.
Alright, we are counting down, going once, going twice. And then I got this owl. Oh, what do you call those? They're sun catchers. They're
Last call.
Oh, they're more in the sun catcher, but yeah, that's where my brain is. And Goofy me went to tie bags and tied them together. Yeah, go figure. Let's see. Do I have scissors?
And sold to hit.
Alright, G55. And that is a lot of 4 angels. To Hippie for $5.
Yep.
Thank you, Hippie. Where is Hippie?
She's the
Oh, I need to grab a sticker to put with this.
Send the last one and keep the others for giveaways.
Okay.
That works.
What was the last one? That's the last one.
This is the last one.
And this one she wants for giveaways.
Yep.
I don't have our giveaway bin in.
Well, I will get us one.
Alright, here, let me have that. And then can you note in the notebook the angel donated that away?
Yep.
Because I am still working on that aspect of I've got to get scissors, y'all. My hands are not working today.
Thank you, hippie. Hi, Maritza. Steph will be right back. She ran to go grab a pair of scissors. We're in the midst of still moving stuff around, so.
Do you have your razor blade? Because
I can go get
I
it.
apparently didn't put my scissors back. Who knew? Hey Maritza, welcome in.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look that up too, because that's marked something. All I can see is brass. Something brass works. Thank you.
Don't cut the knobby off. Dude, the blade's so dull on it now, I don't even know.
Y'all, does anyone warn you not to cut? Usually hand it to me without that, and I didn't realize. I almost cut my knobby because alright. Let's see. We were at G55. Oh yeah. When I go sourcing and I have smalls, typically I put them in something. So I've got salt and pepper shakers. But first, let's see, we were on G55, so we are on G56. So this is an artisan piece. It says joyous shape or soup. Shoop. Joyous shoop. Okay. It's marked joyous shoop. This is a pottery piece. It's got your browns. This is G56. We're going to do a starting bid of $4. Let me get this written down. G56 starting bid 4. I will get dimensions on it.
Hippie's in for 4, looking for 5 or more.
It does have a 30-leaf clover imprinted here. Let's see. There's one imprinted here. So this one is more of your raised, and this is more of just your stamped. Let's see. Let's just show you it. It's more of a green, a brown. It's definitely your earth tones. And then here is the inside. I'm going to tell you, this could hold at least 3 cups, liquid cups, but it's probably more of a 4. Let's see, there it is.
All right, so we're going to go going once to Hippie for 4.
So the dimensions is 3.5. Just shy of 4 3/4.
Going twice to Hippie for 4.
The top diameter is 4.5. by 5 1/4.
Last call the hippie.
And this is definitely a great piece to have by your bed, hippie. Some old cell tries to muscle their way in. You just grab it and clock them.
And sold the hippie.
Thank you, hippie. That was G56, right?
Yep. Salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah, they're salt and pepper shakers. They're a rose pattern. Let's see. Let's do a starting bid $30. So G57 starting bid is $30. And that is going to be these. Obviously, I sourced them today, so I haven't even wiped them down. But they are rose imprinted. They're almost a purple rose. And then, depending on how much salt or how much pepper you like, depends on which one you choose. Pepper is usually this one. They do have their stoppers. Let's see. Who knew you'd need to be able to read a measuring tape like this? No. It's the small lines that get me. Let's see.
So on a small measuring tape, it's probably only 8 inches. So
it's 1.25 inches in diameter. And it looks like it's about 2 1/4 tall. It's hard when they're curved like this to get an actual measurement, but they are white. I will wipe them down. The good news, well, why do I do that every time? I was going to say the good news is I need to stop doing it. Is there's nothing in there, but there's pepper in that one, so they are still in very usable condition. Hopefully I got most of the pepper off. Yeah, I'm gonna have. You know how much pepper I probably have in this laptop case because I do that too much. Ready? I don't see any interest, so we're gonna pass on those. Let's see. Do we get any crafters out there? I guess maybe more Pacific because most anything can technically be crafting. Let's see. I think it's crocheting, like Afghans, hats. I think. What year? I'm thinking most of them are probably close to my age. Just saying. So they're vintage, and not new vintage.
That one was screaming 80s all day long.
This had a measurement on it.
Yeah.
32 by 32. All right, let's see what it is. All right, I see camels. Actually, a pretty cool piece.
You want to hold one side and I'll hold the other side?
Yeah, let's do that. This is says it's a 32 by 32. I would say this is a tapestry, even with it being a 32 by 32. Would you say that's more gold than yellow? Yeah.
Yeah, it's more gold than yellow.
It's more gold than yellow. It's got your burgundies, your blues, your greens. And let's see. Oh wait, this person is a woman, or it's depicted. So each scene's a little different.
Hi, Crafty Witch.
Hey, Crafty Witch, welcome in.
What are you going to start that at?
Oh, I didn't put a. Let's start it at $4. I think they're all women, honestly. So I don't know. I don't see a tag on it, so I can't tell you where it was made. I did source this locally, so it may very well, came from overseas, or it may have been, imported here and then purchased here. I do see a couple runners with the thread.
And Jody's in for 4, looking for 5 or more.
There's another runner. Let's make sure that she's still interested.
Hi, Sea Prods.
Hey, Sea Prods, welcome in. So, yeah, there's a couple pieces of thread that they look, I think it would be fine the way it is, depending on how you're going to use it. Otherwise, they're pretty well weaved in there, it looks like. I don't know how to explain this piece. It's just a beautiful piece. Mr.
So
Stephanie.
we're going once to Jody at $4, looking for 5 or more.
And then look at the detail. It's just amazing. That's some craftsmanship there. And
we're going twice to Jody.
What number was this?
57.
Are you sure? I thought.
Yes, 56 was the pottery pitcher.
Okay. That's when I make sure not reusing a number. So G57.
I'm 99% sure I'll go back and make double sure.
And this is going to go to Jody, right?
Oh, it was G58. Not G57.
And that's how we fix a 7.
Yup. And last call to Jody.
Let me put this marker up so I don't mark the tapestry. But yeah, you can see a couple of runners right there. It's not bad, but some people, it does matter.
Yeah,
We do have
box.
one for her, don't we?
No.
Yes, we
Oh,
do.
do we? Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do.
The pink one?
Yeah, she's the pink one. Alrighty. So I'm just going to show these really quick. I'm not going to put a number with them right now. Just if there's any interest, let me know and I'll bring them up as a lot.
You're good, Sea Prods. We can't hear anything in here.
What's going on?
Oh, Sea Prods is gaming and wanted to make sure that it wasn't bleeding over.
No, I can't hear anything, dude. You're good. Go be a gamer.
So Jody says that's a great 40s piece.
I need that hanger. We're going to show you.
We-
I need your opinion, Jody, because when I sourced this, my friend, because she has a friend, she's like, Steph, I think that's like 80s. And I'm like, dude, I think that's like at least the 70s. Hey, Jessica, welcome in. CSC prods. So the front's this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because back in the day, everything's zipped in the back, not the front. Okay. I did not. I'll show it. I'll have to get more identifying info because.
You're good, Jessica. I just appreciate you popping in and saying hi.
Okay. This one's a 1314. Dry clean only. Jody, what era would you say that is? This is yellow. And it's a pastel yellow. Yes, and it is the full length. I just couldn't leave it there.
60s to 70s, and I was saying
I was
50s.
thinking more 60s to 70s. Let's see. I guess I could look up the clasps on them too.
And I got everyone's number. Thank you.
Yeah, it says it's a 1314. Of course, that's back in the day.
It looks cool.
It looks cool. Alright, what number are we on so I can get it? 59, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, I'm just going to show these. If there's interest, I'll bring them back. But there's a cuddle cocoon. So I'm guessing these are baby cocoons. So baby blankets.
All right, so it's just crafting a lot.
No, we're not doing it yet. I'm just showing in case there is interest.
Well, you have Crafty Witch in here.
Oh, I do have Crafty Witch in here.
And you've got Kraken Mary said that she's into crafting. So
Okay.
Let's go with it.
All right, we'll just go with it. So G59 is going to be a lot. And we're going to do a starting bid of $5. Let's see. There's at least 3 books. Give me a second. I got to pick that up. So there was a scheme thing in there. All right. So G59 starting bid is $5. This leaflet is from Fashion Ready to Make by Columbia and what's that word?
Minerva.
Minerva.
That's how I pronounce it.
So-
Minerva.
Sleep at $25.15. Price was $35 or $35 probably in today's world. 35 cents. I am looking for a copyright and I don't see one. They are out of New York, New York. So it's just that. And then
Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer, welcome in. And it gives you, so there's that. So you get that. Then there's this quick knit Afghans, this big book of quick knit Afghans. 24 designs. Let's see. It originally was selling for $8.95. So here's the back. Here's the front. It does have a little bit of writing in it. It says P28, so whatever that means. It's got your slip knots or slip knit. I don't know how to knit. I know how to crochet. Someone once told me that if you know how to do one, you can do both. Maybe so. I just haven't ever gotten into it. Let's see. Look through. just more blankets. This one says page 8 on it, so that must be what it's showing is whoever wrote in it. They wrote, where
Hippies
you
in for
find,
5, looking for 6 or more.
where you can find the pattern. So there's that one, and then you're gonna get the Cuddle Cocoons by Sandy Powers. I can tell you, Firecracker was a micro preemie, and so for a hot minute she required to be bundled. So cocoon blankets, I mean, back in the day they were a huge hit, weren't they?
And we're going once to hippie for
So
5, looking for 6 or more.
there's that pattern. That pattern. There's Angel Cocoon Set. That's what that says. Okay. You might get a couple skein. There should be a skein or two in there that have patterns. And then I'll have to look in another bag to make sure I don't have more. But then you have this plastic, like, folder thing. This is totally screaming like 50s to me.
And we're going twice to hippie for 5, looking for 6 or more.
You see it on both sides. And then I think these are I don't know if they're newspaper clippings or magazine clippings. They fill magazine clippings.
And last call to hippie for 5.
I mean, when was the last time you could get 60 professional oil pastel colors for $2.98? Come on. So,
and we are sold to hippie.
So there are 4 books there. Well, 3 books, and then this folder.
Yeah, even if you're into junk journaling, all that stuff.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought I had some more. Let me see. If I do, I'll definitely throw it in with it. All right. For now, and that was 5, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on this plastic folder. And we're going to stick this inside. Thank you, Happy. Alrighty. This one I'm going to have to measure. That was G59, right? Yep. So we are at G60. Let's see. G60. We're gonna...
See you later, Jessica. Thank you for coming in.
See you later, Jessica. Thanks, son. So G60. Let's do start bid of $2.
Okay. And what would you call that? Colorful.
Yeah, you can do colorful. I mean, it's not a true tapestry in the sense of like the stuff that we grew up with, right? But it's definitely an artisan piece. So this is felt. It's a bright metallic teal. And then, y'all, I don't quilt.
I thought it looked cool.
But this is cool. This is another piece that Mr. Staff picked up. You want to help?
Jody's in for 2, looking for 3 or more.
Hold that. Okay. It looks like it's a 17 by approximately 18 and a half. Those are rough estimates.
They're probably 18 by 18.
Again, it's definitely felt, but it's a quality felt. It's not something you find at the Dollar Tree, I can tell you that. And then You know, my grandmother was a quilter. She's still living, but she doesn't quilt anymore. But I almost imagine these are probably from someone's dress.
And Hippie said she thinks the pattern is called Dresden Plate.
Screenshot that so I can look it up,
I'm going to.
please.
All right, so we're going once to Jody for $2. Looking for 3 or more.
It's just a really cool piece. Yeah, Mr. Steph found some pretty cool scores today. Hey, did I mention shop the light, Mr. Steph? Did I mention?
I've got the door open.
Yeah, shut the door.
They glow.
Mr. Steph found a few glowies today.
Going twice to Jody for 2, looking for 3 or more.
In my defense, I found a pretty couple. Let's see. I found the unicorns, and I found the. I think that's a
The boot.
mitten. It's not a boot. That's a shoe.
Or shoe, whatever. What I'm saying is, it's.
And do you see what's going on with that? Do you know how to tell these apart?
All right, last call to Jody. You guys like how I did that, right? When I don't want to answer, I just go on with work. And we are sold to Jody for $2.
I gotta
Thank
move
you,
this
Jody.
jet so I can see her container. All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's in here? I got probably 2 toads of Christmas for Christmas in July. But in the craft section, they have the little teddy bears. I couldn't help
Jody
it.
says she loves it. She might have to frame it. That was
It's
kind of my thought.
definitely frameable.
Yeah, it's a frameable piece.
Alrighty, let's see. Bold, brilliant, and brave. I'm not gonna sell that. I've been collecting some stuff for somebody.
You went ahead and got that milk glass?
Yes, I got this milk glass.
Get that with the light. Hi, Nana.
Hey, Nana, welcome in. Shut off the light.
Well, you don't have to shut off the light. Just no, it doesn't.
I know that don't glow, but that does.
I've learned just to test every piece of glass I come across.
So G61. Let's do a starting bid of $4. G61 start bid. Can you drop Nana's link,
I
please,
will here in
Mr.
a second
Steph?
as soon as I get.
Y'all, if you're not familiar with Nana Tink, you're missing out.
You said 4, right?
$4 starting bid for this great milk glass. No, I should know more about it. Yes, I know.
So I'll keep my eyes open, Crafty Witch. A couple of the places we source has like buttons in like containers and stuff.
What type of buttons are you looking for? The reason why I say this, are you looking more like Pacific buttons, or are you looking more like, hey,
Thank you, Jennifer.
your grandma is pushing her ninth decade to sound better in my head, right? Which means she's got jars. She probably has boxes too of her buttons. When I am down next, it'll be about a month. I'll see what she has. So this is a great pattern, milk glass trinket. I would say throw some relish in it. It's approximately 7 inches. And at its widest, it's just at 5.5.
So Crafty Witch says shapes, colors, anything fun.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
So that's $4 starting bid on G61. need to stop just putting stuff in here so I know what I put in here. I got breakables. Alright. That's a cool bag. Alright, I got that so I can do stuff like this. Yeah, that works.
Oh, so Crafty Wit says she makes voodoo dolls, so she goes through a lot of buttons. That is cool. We'll have to go and look through.
I'm gonna email you. Alright, we got a wood trivet, so this is gonna be. Oh, it just started. Yeah, that was last.
It didn't sound like any of it broke.
Alright. I showed G61, so we should be on G62. Let's do a start. We'll start it at $2. So this is a wood trivet. It does have brown felt on the back.
See you later, hippie. Thank you for
See
coming
you, hippie. Thanks for coming in, hon. Wood trivet. So what, if y'all aren't familiar with woodworking,
And scroll saw work.
scroll saw and something else, isn't there?
No, it's scroll saw. It's
Just
all
scroll
saw.
That's
work.
all scroll.
And anyone, if you ever look up scroll saw, you'll understand that is a lot of work in that piece.
This piece, no matter the artisan skill
Jody's
set,
in for 2, looking for 3 or more.
at least a 4-hour. And then it looks like they hot glued the felt on the back. So it's just a really cool piece. I do not see any condition issues. I guess I could get y'all a measurement on this. I'm guessing it's probably like a 6x6. Hey, 6 by 6. Yeah.
So we're going once to Jody for $2, looking for 3 or more to outbid.
So one cool thing I enjoy about the shops that we typically source at, we typically source with places that give back to the communities and neighborhoods in their immediate area.
Going twice to Jody.
I'm just going to put her name on this.
Yep. Last call to Jody. When we can get it for a price that we got it for, then we can pass those savings on. So it feels like we're giving stuff away, but we're actually making money on it. So
yeah, I actually made profit off of that $2. So now, if that's the only thing that person gets, right? Then yeah, it's at a loss because of PayPal fees and all that. But typically, the places we source through and the organizations, pressure change of errors. Sorry, y'all. They keep their prices at bargain prices, so I'm able to. Rarely will I say rarely, in last month, most of this glass, except for this and that, but the purses, the blue vase back there, and then I've got more glass.
it's in a tote out there at Mary's stuff.
I went over budget on. Typically, when I go in the store, unless I'm sourcing for someone and they give me a set budget or something, I have my general, hey, $20. Telling you, it's been a hot minute since I've held a budget.
we got today. So we're there.
So we've at least met our goal,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So everything else is just pure profit.
Yeah. And that's the reason why we can bring stuff
Alright.
at a good price. If we can get them at a good price, we're bringing them at a good price.
When I take people sourcing with me, there was one time about 2 months ago when I was showing how much purses are, and we're talking used purses and purses that haven't been clean condition. And most of them average $20 to $22. And I don't remember who it was that was in with us that day. Thank me for showing prices at thrift stores. Yes, that particular day it was Goodwill.
And we don't use Goodwill a whole lot because the price is
But-
out there.
But for certain items like purses, shoes, certain other gear, they're pretty close to the same price no matter where we source at. So that was a good informational. And my thing is, you know, and my mom's been gone for almost 5 years, but if she was here, she wouldn't understand some of the thrift stores now versus back in the day. My mama taught me how to source. And she was single mom.
Are those actual Tupperware?
So I've got to look at these really quick. This is Tupperware, the popsicle. This is, I don't know what year, probably older than me. Maybe not, but it might be. I just got to make sure all the pieces are here, y'all.
And Jody says, taking you on the road with me.
Woohoo!
So drive safe.
Drive safe. Get to where you're going safely. You matter. Wait, does this one say you matter? I'm sure it does somewhere.
On the back, for sure.
Let's see. It looks like I have possibly extra pieces. Cool.
As long as you got all the pieces to that set, that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm checking it out first. Yeah, I got one extra piece. So these have not been cleaned.
What do you want to start them at?
G63, at least at the moment, they appear to be functional. Let's do a starting bid, $3. These are Tupperware. Just making sure they all work.
See, this is kind of the fun of it. We went sourcing today, and now we're literally unpacking the sourcing bags that we got and selling them.
Well, I had an idea before the beginning of the year on sourcing and selling and in real time. And then recently, in the last four to 6 weeks, there's a YouTube channel that does whatnot, live selling while they're sourcing. And I'm like, okay. So
I wonder how that works because, like I said, whatnot scares me. I
don't know because I don't
things I've read.
understand. I'm fighting with this one. Maybe it's not meant to go in that one.
Let me see.
Here. There you go.
It's typical Tupperware.
So these are definitely pre-owned.
There you go.
Trying to see if all of them. Noticed it with a couple of them. Let me make sure this one snaps on, and then I'll check all the tops. It looks like at least 3 or 4 have.
See, we thought about doing that, Jennifer, when we get down to South Central Kansas to clear that
Alright,
storage
yeah.
unit. Is
So-
just pull a bunch of stuff out and just go live and start selling.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's how. I mean, I don't know that we're gonna be live when we open the door because I haven't opened that door in a couple years, and
No, because there's stuff in there. That
I've
won't
had
be sold.
parents. You know, I've had parents and loved ones have passed since then. We've had a couple moves, so it's just catch-all. If it wasn't for the fact that my parents, what left of their stuff I have is in the. All right, so looks like they're all that way.
Like what?
Well, maybe not that
What
one.
are you looking at?
So you see that, like right here on the top, like all right. So there it is.
It's supposed to. The stick's supposed to pull out.
I know the stick's supposed to pull out, but each one of them have a crack right here.
But
Here,
they
I'll
are
show it.
Tupperware,
But they are Tupperware.
which means if it's not
Wait,
supposed to
is
be there,
Tupperware still in business?
yeah.
I only asked that because others are going out. Alright, so it's hard to see. Maybe I need to pull it off. Yeah, I'll pull it off. I think I'll be able to show it. It's right here. So there's a crack. It looks like, it doesn't look like it would affect its ability because, I mean, it's in the lid and it's right there. It's like a slit in all of them. And I've had these before and I don't remember those being there, so who knows? Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, we had them as kids too. I remember my grandma had sets
Yeah.
of those.
This is definitely one that, yeah, it looks like there's 5 out of 6 that have them that way. This one is the only one that doesn't have a slit next to the opening where the popsicle goes in. But G63, start bid $3. I'm looking for my marker. I'd almost give it to someone, but it's still functional. So it's just, I mean, you can't really tell that they're there. I didn't see them when I sourced it.
Well, and someone may have modified them, but the cool thing about
Yeah, someone might have modified them.
the cool thing about Tupperware is you can just go find a Tupperware dealer, turn it in, and get the replacement stuff. So
Yeah, that's the one thing my grandmother still, like when we go sourcing together, which we don't go sourcing a whole lot together, because I'm here and she's there. Alright, let me see what's in the. Oh, remember I told you I thought there was more crafting stuff? So she is already gone, I'm sure.
yeah.
But Hippie, if you come back in and see this,
Hi, Myra.
here is a hot iron transfers. Now I do not see an age. I know she's probably not here, but she comes back and sees this, y'all. I do not see a year on this one, but it's sealed. It hasn't. So Hippie, that's gonna go in there. There's another skein, and then here is a pop-up card kit. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I always where is her box? Oh, her box is at the bottom. I always try to make sure everybody feels good about their purchases. I mean, I think all of y'all have. I dropped some stuff, so give me a second. That was G63, right?
Yep, we're at G64.
I'm gonna bring you all down. Welcome in, Myra. We went sourcing today, not because we needed to. I could have done that for my vehicle, but I needed out of the house. I didn't get to sleep till after 6 this morning, y'all. Mr. Stuff's just hearing this after y'all. G64 is the next one, right?
Yep.
It's not so much I can't shut off my head. I mean, I couldn't shut my head off. But over the last couple of days, I think I spent too much time in bed that it affected. So I'm going to go through these really quick before we do a lot. I do have a handful of coasters, drink coasters.
So you're going to do a drink coaster lot, right?
Yeah. But I'm pulling stuff because I'm working on something for somebody. So, like anything with Bible verses and scriptures and stuff like that, I'm trying to keep.
So what do you want to do for a starting bid?
Let's do a starting bid $2. I just got to pull out all the.
So you'll show the ones you're letting go, and you're not showing the ones you're keeping.
Yeah, I'm not going to show the ones I'm keeping. Some of those stickers from yesterday have Bible verses as an inspiration. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why there's so many in there. I'm like, oh yeah, there was some method to my madness. All right, so let's see. I'm going to count them really quick. And there's only probably one real set here. So that's what we're going to start with. And then there'll be miscellaneous ones. So there is, y'all want something local
Wildcats.
From us. I could have not done them in a lot. I could have enlisted them because Wildcat stuff is.
Well, it's like bees here.
But here's the thing. I'm not looking to get rich. Eventually, my goal is to just be comfortable, meaning I've got my bills paid 6 months in advance. Yes, it's a real thing. It really can happen. So there is 6 of the Wildcat coasters. It looks like black, right? Those are black. They should be
there's
purple.
There's black, but there's purple like lines and stuff.
All right, Mr. Steph says there's purple lines in there too. And the Wildcats are purple. So you get 6 of those. You're going to get 2 wildlife. So this is from the Nature Commissary. I'm saying that wrong. It's probably because this ear's messed up. Feels like someone's adding a bunch of air to my ear. It's weird because I can't hear out of it. But so this one, it says stand up for our natural world with the nature controversy. I cannot. Conservation. Whatever. There it is. That's what it says on the back. Uh-huh. So I'm going to say this is a bison, not a buffalo. If y'all are familiar, there is an actual difference between a bison and a buffalo. Buffalo
is buffalo.
It's a buffalo. A bison
buffalo and beef
is buffalo and a cow. All right. So here's that one too. I guess it's supposed to be doing that. So we've got 8 here so far. And then this gives me the whole Tom Sawyer look going on. But you get 2 of those. And they're identical front and back. You know, two kids with their dog going fishing. And then you've got 2 of these. A little girl and a little boy on a scooter. So you get 2 of those. So there's 6 here and 6 here. And if I probably should just keep this, but we'll throw it out there too. If you look in my playlist for in our neck of the woods, you'll see the Kansas Territory capital. So I only have one of these, and it's Kansas Territory Brewing Company. It actually says it's from Washington, Kansas, which is north of us, I think, by an hour. So
didn't know there was an hour of Kansas above us.
I think it's about an hour and 10 minutes.
It's only an hour and 30 to Lincoln.
All right, the way you drive, it's an hour and 20 minutes. For me, it's about 80 minutes.
So it's right on the border of Nebraska and Kansas.
Nebraska is north of us.
Mhm.
All right, so G64. What was the start bid on that? I did $2, right?
I figure all the Wildcat stuff, if it doesn't sell when you get to football season,
Yeah,
we'll list that stuff through.
Well, I've got 2 hoodies up here. I think
Football season's when that stuff really moves.
You know what? I think I'll show it.
Mhm.
If not, I'll list it. Definitely football season. I should probably put those in the bag.
yeah. She just rephrased it to kind of get her point across to me, Myra.
It's 80 minutes.
Oh man.
We've been to Myra's neck of the woods once in our life, right?
Yeah.
Or has that been twice? No, only
Once.
once. It was when S graduated basic training. Yeah, because we took a day, because we drove down, stayed in Georgia. Yeah, we made a trip out of it, y'all. We stayed at an Airbnb in a cabin in Georgia.
We took one day and we drove down to Daytona.
Took a day and drove to Daytona and
went swimming on the Daytona beach.
Dude, that was the first time I ever swam in the ocean. I've seen the ocean before that, but I've never been in it because it was always the cold months. G60 what?
65 is your next.
Okay, it's what I was thinking. But Myra, if I needed to be there, I could probably roll up in your neighborhood in about 25 hours. Depending on traffic. We dropped down. Well, when we went down, we also met Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was in Jacksonville. My measuring tape.
You went ahead and went with that base.
Huh?
I said you went ahead and picked that base.
Dude, you walked by this and you did not pick it up.
What do you want to start it at?
G65. Let's do start bid at $3. So this is just at 4.5 inches tall. It is step made in Canada. China. It is one. All right, so it is just over 1.5 inches in diameter. Again, it's 4.5 inches approximately tall. It does come with some Kansas dust if you would like it.
Jody says she'll be there in a couple days.
Hey, we drove from Indianapolis.
$3, Myra.
Yeah, $3. I needed to have wrote it down. I'm slacking. Start bid 3. That's for G65. My mom.
Myra's in for 3, looking for 4 or more.
My mom loved bamboo plants, and she would get these vases in very large quantities and sizes. And It's actually why I picked it up. Not because I need to get bamboo. I mean, I think I only got one plant in the house I haven't killed yet. Depression's a real thing. My mama always said, "Steph, you ain't got a green thumb,"
And you don't.
and I don't.
Except
But-
for that one ivy plant that time that you had going clean around the room feeding it ice.
Yeah, I used to feed it an IV plant ice, and it was big. So G65.
Going once to Myra for $3.
Yeah, my mom always said I can't keep a plant alive to save my life. And when she passed away, she had 7 or 8 plants, and I kept them all alive until
We went
That-
to the camper.
we moved to the camper and we had the Arctic freeze.
Yeah, and it
And-
froze them all.
Yeah.
Going twice to Myra. Last call to Myra.
And there's your made in China stamp. All right, Myra's name down here. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the.
Yeah, Myra. Are there any giveaways tonight? Yeah.
There is another giveaway. We're gonna actually do it right now. All right, let's set that in Myra's. We are gonna do a channel sticker. Myra, have you put your number in
She
yet?
just did.
Okay.
And it's good.
Your number is good. So, for the channel sticker,
Hold on for your show number. Go to get my sunflowers in.
here, I'll show you first so you can figure out who. So, number 63.
Hippie. She has 83, and that's the closest to 63 without.
Didn't you? No, it was.
No, it was cracking right.
It was cracking there. That one so far. But all right, then let's give away another sticker.
Okay.
But that was hippie.
Yep.
Okay, so write hippie down for this one, and then we're gonna ask Siri. Now I need you to count your channel stickers because we only got 10 of them.
I've only used 2. One for my cup and one that we gave away yesterday. Throw in a number, Jennifer. 1 to 125.
Mr. Steph's got channel stickers. So throw a number in between 1 and 125, Jennifer. So I think these are 3 by 3.
The coolest thing about these are they can just go in an envelope and it costs the cost of a stamp, and I don't even have to pay for that because we've got like 3 books of stamps.
No, we have 2 because I bartered. Hey, do y'all know?
All right, we're good, Jennifer. I got you.
Yeah, so these are 3 by 3. Do y'all? There goes my train of thought. I don't know where it went. It didn't say it'll see you later.
So she wants to know why 63 was special.
63. You know, I don't know. Typically 63, or typically my numbers have meaning to them. And 63 does. I mean, 63 was the year between my mom and my dad. My mom was born in 62 and my dad was born in 64. In fact, my grandmother, she's got almost 9 decades on her. She could tell you today what she was doing and what she was eating when the news flash came over in November of 63. That Kennedy had been assassinated. She was pregnant with my dad.
My dad was working for
Said
Samsonite
that
Luggage.
hippies.
Yep. My dad was working for Samsonite Luggage.
All
And they came over the loudspeaker. And
right. I
See
gotta
everyone
find Siri. I got her somewhere. So we are So, yeah, I don't know. 63 was just speaking to me today. Hey Siri. Wait, I got. Oh, her volume is up. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 125.
A random number between 1 and 125 is 84.
84.
Mm-hmm.
Subi has 95, which is the next number up.
So it was 84, right?
Yep.
That's the number she gave. So I'm writing it out like 84. $3.25. Yep, $3.26.25.
You're doing a channel sticker on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a channel sticker.
I gotta find a different chair. It's hurtful.
Yeah, you think? Dude, I seen a gaming chair on the marketplace. I almost got it if
Walmart sells one like the one that we saw over at Staples.
And you said this was for Subi?
Yes. For like 120 versus that like 600 for that one. Yeah.
Hey, Craig. Welcome in. What is up? What's up?
Hey, Craig.
It is our second evening back after, what, a 2-week hiatus? Life could be better, but it could be a heck of a lot worse. I mean, we could be in the peak of the pandemic still, right? Yeah, let's not go there. All right, Subi. Does Subi have a box yet?
Yeah, she does.
She does, doesn't she? Yeah, she does right there. Oh, I need to put this in a bag first.
Jennifer. Hey, Craig, looking for me again. And Kraken Mary's said hi, Ladybug.
Hey, Kraken Mary. Alrighty. Oh, I guess the train came in. I didn't hear it though.
Yeah, he didn't honk.
He didn't honk. It was just
She's
weird.
carrying material that they don't
All
want everyone
right,
to know.
let's see. Let's see. Yep, busted, Jennifer. Do me a favor and drop Craig's.
I already did.
Okay. All right. Do y'all want to see some glowing glass? No
No
hawk.
Yeah, they do that if it's coming with a bunch of military gear on it. A lot of times they don't honk. I've noticed that.
Dude, well, hey, you gotta remember we're on a public platform, so we can't really discuss the inner and outer goings of our community. But most sticker train's heavy. So there you go. Depending on the time of day, depending on the conductor, obviously, you can tell when the heavy train's getting ready to come into town because he starts laying on the horn in the back 40.
Yeah. Well, that one that comes through it late at night, you can hear him honking for miles before he ever gets to town, and he is flat out moving when he comes through.
Mm-hmm.
And he's heavy. Like our whole house, like literally, you can sit there with a cup of water and you can watch the water splash in the cup.
All right. Well, I think they want to see some glowy glass. It says you're the one that sourced it. I need you to tell me what number we're on, 66 or 67.
Give me a second. So we are on 66. Hi, Aisha.
Hey, Aisha, welcome in. Let's see, G66.
And I'm going to come out of my phone for just a second.
How much are the start bids on those for choice?
We said 8.
Alright. Yeah, because I'm totally cool with them sitting on the shelf for a hot minute and me holding.
And my last piece of glowy glass that I got lasted me a week and then it's gone. Get all the
Alright,
information
so.
brought up here.
And it's going to be for choice. And then, if by some chance someone wants them, one or both of them, and they actually want both of them, we could probably discount a little, as long as no one else comes in. Does that make sense?
Yep. And you didn't type anything in, did you?
I have not typed anything in.
What number did we say? 66.
I got it right there.
If I get to where I can type, huh?
Yep.
Forget she never types on her computer. 66 are glowy Imperi ERINA.
Do you want me to kill the light?
In a minute. All right, so I have 2 of these available, and they are, you can go ahead and kill the light whenever. The item is Amberian Glass Goblet by LG, right. It's likely dated to the mid-20th century. It does have, let's see where it shows it. They're the manganese glow or whatever, so they glow the yellow. And it is just, they are really, really photo active.
Do it from underneath.
And they flat out light up. And for $8 a piece, there is no condition issues, no nicks, dings, nothing in them. But they flat out glow yellow. And you can really, really see, if I can get it to stop blinking the camera. And that could be my glass that's causing me a lot of that.
Alright, let me see. I'll look at the camera.
I have a TV that I can set up in here. Like right there is where it shows really ready.
That shows really good.
But they are the manganese. They glow that orangish yellow. Go ahead and flip the light back on.
Yep.
I have 2 of these available. Both of them are in really good condition. They are kind of the red to orange to yellow taper in the glass as it goes down for the color. It starts out with the dark red, comes down into the orange, and then it gets a little darker again, and then get your yellow down here in the stem. But they do glow under black lights. I haven't got the other black light as I've done research on different glowy glass and uranium glass, because that's kind of where I'm heading. I'm going to get me some uranium glass in the next few months. There's a 365 and a 395 black light, and I've got the 365, which means it lights stuff up. But some of the stuff it lights up, it doesn't show the true color of what it lights up. So I've got to order the other one. But I've got 2 available. We're asking $8 a piece. It's $8 for choice.
Or I could do both for $15.
Or I could do both for $15. If I'm going to hold one up and hold it real still and let you guys, if anyone wants to snapshot it and see what they're actually comping for. I saw comps kind of all over the place for these. So I just kind of stuck with my standard little red, yellow, glowy stuff that I do and just kind of went with $8 start on them. They're a cool piece. And they can, like Steph said, they can sit here in our background for a while. Don't get a whole lot of glowy glass. This one does not glow, but it is a pretty piece.
Is that marigold?
Yeah, it's marigold. I've got a marigold carnival glass pedestal dish, and it's going to be G67, right? Yep.
I think so, yeah.
And what would you say?
Do a $4 start bid.
Okay.
Because that's one we picked up today, right?
Yep, that's one we picked up today.
Yeah, we can start bid it at 4. Alright, 66 was a pass, right?
Yep. I don't usually write the passes down in there because then it just messes everything up when I'm looking for stuff.
Alright, I'll mark it in.
G67, and it is Marigold Carnival Glass.
Yeah, we gotta invest in another laptop or at least a bigger device.
Well, we'll get there.
It's actually a goal of mine, so then I can.
Well, if we had another, either another laptop or a desktop computer, I could have the laptop over there to do all my end in, and I could keep inventory that way. All right, guys. So this is a $4 start bid. There's no condition issues that I could feel anywhere on it or see. I don't feel anything sharp, bitten up, banged against anything. The base has like right on the bottom feels a little rougher, but it almost feels because it's all the way around like it's manufactured that way. But it's a $4 start bid. It is Marigold Carnival Glass.
What's the dimensions of that?
And so the height of it is, get it to clip, is right at 4.5. And the top from edge to edge on the largest flute is right at 6. So what I did is I went across from the largest out flute to the largest out flute is right at 6. And then the base of it is right at 3.25 inches for the base. So, you know, it would sit up on a nice little shelf in the kitchen, look pretty, work next to a bed as a trinket dish. Just kind of a neat piece. You know, I kind of like getting to source stuff from one area of the country and then we sell it to somebody and I get to ship it to somewhere else where it may have never been. Just kind of cool.
All right, why don't you put the thing with the paper? That way when we show it again.
Or I get, you know, set up to start doing labels. All right.
Yeah, we do have a label. We got 2 label printers.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you back on.
Alrighty. Alright, that was G67, right?
Yep. And then right off with your pen. You went over there.
Alright, give me just a second. I have an amber shoe. I believe it's fitting. I haven't looked at it a whole lot. We sourced it today. And I was like, it's here. Crazy thing is, I have one probably the size or larger in a box that came in last week and I haven't opened it yet.
What are you doing first? Start
Start bid $6. I've got to Google lens it really quick. Just because my brain is not working. And I did, how much for start bid? 6?
Yep.
Start bid 6. So, yeah, it's definitely Fenton. Start bid 6. So it's an Ember Fitton. And if y'all are familiar with these, there is one, I can feel it right there. It's not,
Jody's in for 6, looking for 7 or more.
it's, I wouldn't say it's a chip, but it does feel like a flea bite right there. I don't know if I can get it to show because it's so small. Let's see. Trying to look. It's just a small little ding. I can feel it, but I can't see it. If I want to put it up to the light, but I feel it right there. There might be one there too, but if so, it's just a small one. Yeah, it is. I can barely see it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it. Maybe right there. It's not a chip, but it is a ding. But aside from that,
We're going once to Jody for $6, looking for 7 or more to outbid.
I guess I can get a measurement from there. What I was saying about the detail. So it is approximately 5 inches from the heel to the tip of the shoe.
Going twice to Jody for 6.
That's a kitty cat. I don't know if I can get it to show better, but
Myra's in for 7, looking for 8 or more.
so from heel to toe is 5, right? I did say 5, not 5.5. Yeah, 5. And then for height, at its highest, it is 2.5 inches. You're good.
So you'll have to call it down.
All right, I'll call it
Because
down.
it starts over because Myra jumped back in.
All right. So it's a really cool piece. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a sunflower girl, but I swear those are sunflowers. And I'm told that's a cat. Yeah, it's just overall in really great condition. Alright, we are gonna go once to Myra. Thank you, Jody, for your bids. Let's see, that was G 68. Come on. Fit and shoe. Dude, now you know why I don't. Mr. Stuff talking from the other room. I'd already had it in chat. Oh, I guess I gotta hit enter, right? Sorry, y'all. Alright. Let me get this one. Thank you, Myra. So, cross that out. 7 for Myra. Have any of y'all been to Vermont? I mean, if you live up in the north, maybe you haven't. But if you haven't, or if you don't live up in the north, maybe you haven't. So, would you stick this in the sunshine box?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Out of here.
Yeah.
You know it. Do you need to go out?
Probably needs to go out.
Do you want to go let him out? Because I got to look for something.
G67, which was, I think that was the Miracles, wasn't it?
I think so.
She also would like it.
Myra?
Yep.
Woohoo! Cool. Yeah,
How much was that one?
$4. Thank you, Myra. Can you stick that one in the sunshine box?
You're awesome, Myra.
And then go let PD out because I've got to go through some more sourcing.
Yeah, just if you're gonna sell
I'm
anything,
not
you have
going
to
to
put
sell anything yet. Alright, so I think most of y'all know I've got a grandbaby. And if you don't, you know now. I do. And his name is Rue. Alrighty. So I've been building over the course of the last month. I've been building because it's my first Easter with the grandbaby. I'm building him a Easter basket. I'm just going through these really quick. So I picked up some books. So I'm doing his stuff through Benjamin Bunny. I found a book today. So I've been going through and some of my Easter purchases with others on YouTube. That's what it's been for. So I got him that book to go in his Easter basket. And I got him this book. It's the Golden Book. Or a Golden Book, sorry. A Golden Book. I don't know what year it is, but I think it's cool. And then past that, y'all know, or if you don't, you're going to know now. A member in our community or communities has a diverse library. And Easter is coming. So, I'm going to throw some stuff in the sunshine box over there. So this is one of them. The Easter story. This is, the cardboard type. So these are great for little kids, whatever. Y'all might want to know why I haven't been saying anything. Well, because I can't. And then I'm looking at them really quick because I try not to send anything with condition issues. And that one's got a little tear in it. Let me hold on to that one. Alright, and then there's the M&M Easter egg hunt. So it's another cardboard like one. So these are great for toddlers or, young people. And then the Easter ribbit. The Easter ribbit. So there's 3 books going in our sunshine box. Peter Rabbit, Happy Easter. Peter Rabbit, Happy Easter. I don't see any condition issues with that one, so that one will go. The Night Before Easter. This is another one. Yeah, I don't see any condition issues. And so, the one thing my mom taught me, well, for one, she always let us kids know that, that we didn't have her parents, so we were missing a set of grandparents. But with that, she taught us how to be compassionate for other people. So I'm looking at these 2 books really quick. Okay, I do not see a condition issue. Most of this stuff appears to be new or old vintage, but in great condition. So this one is The Time of Easter. And then on the back it's got the the music notes for Jesus Loves Little Children. My mom could sat there and wallowed in her circumstances, and I'm sure she had her moments, right? This one, I'm gonna have to see what I can do because there is some writing in it. It was gifted to someone at one point. So it does have some writing in it, but it says God gave us Easter. Other than the little passage note in it, it appears to be brand new. So those are going in the sunshine box. Helping others helps me. And I know a lot of other people, so let's see, there's 6 or 7 books there, Myra. Absolutely, you're welcome.
All right, dogs are taken care of.
I can definitely keep the diverse library going for probably quite some time. But, the idea is you've got Dolly Parton that does her literacy library for kids. So there is resources out there to get free books, but there are a lot of people that are illiterate, or the family structure just doesn't give the ability to afford books. I can afford to go to Walmart and buy a bunch of books, and I'm being honest.
If you had to go to a department store to buy books, they're out there. Those gold spline books that we used to get when we were kids, our grandparents and parents.
These are the ones I got for Rube.
Yeah.
You want to set those aside? I already put her books in
but
there.
the golden books, those suckers anymore at Walmart are like $15 a book.
All right. So there is that. Let's see. Hey, Easter's coming up. Is anyone interested in cookie cutters or biscuit cutters? Because they can be used for either.
Well, we'll just run them if no one wants
All
to
right.
go.
G68.
Yep.
G68. We're gonna do a starting bid $2. So G68. It is for cookie cutters. There's 2. Start bid $2. So starting bid. It is still on the card. It includes 2 cookie cutters. That's what it says. Now here's your cuteness. Here's your rabbit. And here, this you can use as a flower, but I'm sure they're using it as the tail. So $2 start bid for G68.
You said there's 2 there?
There's 2 there.
Okay.
Yeah. Made in China and distributed from Cincinnati, Ohio. And it's a pretty stout. If you didn't want to use it for cookies or biscuits, your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, just saying, that's big enough to cut through a sandwich. That's probably what I would do if we had little ones running around.
Yeah.
This feels like a hard silicone. Just give you an idea. I don't think it comes off of there. No, it don't. It's fully firmly attached to the metal. All right. I do not see interest in G68. Oh, that's why.
And it was actually G69.
Is it supposed to be G69?
Yeah.
G69. Alright, so if you catch 30 play or you're on the fence about it, it's going to be G69, not G68. I thought that was odd, but hey. Alright, we're going to sell this as a set because I believe it is a set. We're going to do a starting bid $3. So it'd be G70. That's for these, FYI. I'll bring them back up and show you they are wood, deco, Easter.
And you said what you started at?
G70. Start bid $3. They are signed. Both are signed. And they're signed from 1988. Start bid 3. And this is for both. So G70 is a start bid of $3. I didn't put SB. So these are good shelf sitters. There was maybe, I don't know if it's really a condition issue or they tried to make it look a little more older of an appearance, right? There is a slight, it doesn't feel really chipped, but it kind of looks like it is. But it's a top layer, so we can say it's missing paint or maybe it's missing, These are red, that's a blue heart. And then you got this rabbit on an arrow. I do not see any condition issues on this one at all. There's your signature on the back, 1988. And I say 1988 because it seems a bit ridiculous that it'd be 1888. Alright, I know I've seen the signature. Okay, the signature on this one is here. It's very faint. I don't know if I'll get it to show. It's very faint, but it's right here. So, you get both of them, and the cool thing is, if you don't want the hearts, you can display them this way. If you want them with the hearts, you can display them that way. So that is G70. I got these not knowing what they are, and I still don't know what they are. I know what they appear to be. So let's open them and find out. That didn't actually work the way I thought it was. Hey. It's a cozy. There's a bottom in them.
So I'm not even what they're for.
So maybe they're cozies. Seems a bit weird.
Miscellaneous item, LOL. Possible.
Alright, so there are there's 5 of them. I mean, you can put them in your vehicle, right?
What are you doing starting bid on?
Let's do $2 for the whole lot. And so you got red, you got green. I'm not gonna pull them all out. You got blue, you got orange, and you got yellow. G71. Start bid is $2.
That one locked.
So G71 start bid for all 5. Oh, I guess I put the number up right. For all 5. Oh, dude, yeah, I forgot about that. Y'all. I do have a few weaknesses. One of them are these. Not the bags, not the bags. Right?
So
G72. Let's do. Well, no, you wouldn't know that. The random stuff that crosses my mind, like, no, my mom would slap me over that. Let's do G72. Let's do a $2, not $2. Let's do a $6 start bid.
I thought you lost your ever loving mind for me.
So it is a wheat pattern, and it's etched. I'm assuming it's etched in. So you got the wheat pattern on that side, and then again on this side. I do not fill any games. It has been used. I can tell you that you can fill. You can tell when something's been put on the shelf and not used. And then you can tell on stuff that's been put on a shelf and used occasionally. And that's what I think this piece has been. It doesn't have any dings. It does have a marking. I'm trying to read, and I think I'm trying to read it backwards. What in the what? Dude, I don't even know if that's in English. No, that's not in English, because that says France. I can't read it all, but the last bit of it does say France. So, let's see. So, right here's the word France. Let's see if I can get it. And I'll get you some dimensions. Alright, so this is a 9-inch plate. The diameter of this is 6 3/4, right? No, nope, I'm looking at it wrong. Give me a second. 6.5. I want to say it's 5.5 inches tall, and that's to the top of here. So with the plate, I would say you could probably put it on the shelf that's 6 inches, right? 6.5 inches tall. I mean, for good measure, make sure it's 7. Just saying. If someone knows how to break glass pretty easily. All right, that was G72, right? Start bid $6. Okay. So, what's y'all's plans for the rest of the week? I have to do some double checking because I thought my first collaboration is on the 2nd, but then I jumped into a chat last evening, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna be here Friday, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Because I thought, well, maybe it's the 2nd. It's not the 2nd yet. So I gotta do some checking. So I may have a show on Friday. It won't be on my channel. I've got to look into it more because I'm pretty sure it's not a members only auctions. That's where the sellers are members of that channel. Typically have somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. I think this is longer than that, so I gotta get it figured out. Start at 6. And that's one. I've got one that's got a wood plate versus the glass. Other than the fact that they take some space up, they are really great to decorate with. So that might be what I do too. Like, for instance, let's see. Nope, I'll have to move that. Should we show Muhammad Ali today?
Sure. Sorry, I was reading. So, hi, Kraken.
Hey, Kraken. So I got unicorns. So we're just gonna put them in there. I'm gonna assume that. Yeah. Yeah. See, it's a way you can. Um, trying to think. Oh, what a drop. Mr.
Soda.
I dropped a soda. Alright, let's see.
Oh no, that's cool, Myra. So Myra says she's going live at 7:05 Eastern tomorrow,
Oh.
Friday. Kraken goes, woohoo, means don't get me wet or bright light. And then Myra put next Tuesday, she's crafting on Susie Woozy's channel.
That'll be fun. If anyone's interested in toddler necklaces, that's what they are. I know they're called something else. These are handmade beads. I got a yellow and a blue one. I'm just going to show you. I'm not even going to put a number on them. They do stretch. A lot of folks, usually it's a cultural reason why they wear these. And it's usually right before the first birthday. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
The toddler beads? I just don't remember the full story. And it literally grows with your infant. And you might think, well, those are a choking hazard. Yeah, they are. But aside from
They're
that,
designed to break.
these
easy.
are actually designed to break if the child was to get snagged. And then past that, it's really a spiritual thing. That's what those really are. I don't know how. I was trying to find the words to describe that adequately, and I'm killing it. Killing it. Hey y'all, I got a Florida piece. I got a Florida plate. I did not source this today. I think Mr. Steph might.
Well, not today. But
It wasn't
this
today.
is one of the ones that
I'm trying to get all this jewelry I sourced today out of this trinket dish. I'm going to assume it's a trinket dish. I might be wrong, and if I am, y'all can correct me.
Oh, the dish looked cool. Dish was my.
Oh, you're the one that got this.
Yeah, I got
It is cool, dude. It looks like Victorian.
I didn't even Google Windsor.
Whoa,
anything. It just looked
dude.
Cool.
It's signed
Yes, I
and
know.
stamped.
Yeah.
Maybe you should show this piece.
Maybe I should Google wins that piece.
All right, maybe you should go lens this piece. This is the piece I'm showing. One of us is going to show. Just trying to figure out, are those apples or are they... Dude, it's even signed on the inside. So it's signed twice and stamped. That's awesome. So, it's just a cool piece.
Trying to get the sticker.
Oh, you're still... Just hand it here. It's fine. It's fine.
Who's going off of that? That was my phone.
All right. Where are we at on numbers?
73.
We are on 73? Okay. G73. Start bid for it is going to be $3. I'm gonna assume it's a 9-inch. It
What are
does
you
need
starting
clean.
at? Sorry.
$3. G73. Start bid $3.
Hand me that trinket dish thing that we
It says it's not for food use. Plate may poison a food for decorative use only.
It's got
Okay.
lead in the paint.
So, yeah, I would almost say that's got lead in it. So, I mean, if you want lead poisoning, here's a plate to lick. Don't lick the plate. So
Okay.
it is 9 inches in diameter. It's got the state of Florida, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Daytona, Disney World, Orlando, Tampa, Clearwater, Lake.
Oh,
We're not bringing that, are we?
I will bring it, but no
No,
one will like the price.
no, it's fine. We don't have to. We'll just put it in the stack of listed.
Let me.
Key West, Miami, and Okie. Okie from Wistoki. Yeah, I kind of made that
So
one
what's
up.
160 in euros converted over?
I don't know. Hey Siri. Now she ain't gonna listen to me. You know, y'all be talking and stuff, and if you got a Siri, you look over once in a while, and you can tell
Kraken's
she's
in for 3 for the Florida plate.
Okay. I will need to wipe it down because there's something right here. But aside from that, I don't even. Oh, this would have been when we sourced that glass. Wouldn't it have been?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I know where it came from.
Go ahead and count this down. If anyone else is interested, they'll jump in.
Going once to Kraken for $3, looking for 4 more to
Get
outbid.
flamingos. It's got the Escott Center, Miami Beach, Daytona International Speedway,
Going twice.
Daytona Beach, and Disney World. So that's the depictions around the plate.
Last call.
Let's see. Just a pretty cool piece.
We'll show it here in a second, Kraken, because I'm going to show it at least. But the plate sold to you.
All right, and that was 73, right?
Yep.
Because I've lost my post-it notes just sitting here. Oh, wait. They were underneath what Kraken's asking what.
All right, Myra, go get some rest.
Yeah, go get some rest, hon. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. And appreciate you.
So I'm going to jump back over there.
Let's see. Kraken. You're closer to there. Over. Oh, I guess I was. Sorry. So whose box is that under? Oh, never mind. I know who's that. Oh. All right. Let's get through.
So 160 euros works out to 172 bucks.
How much?
$172 is what that piece sold for.
Does it actually show sold?
Yes, it shows sold. So, like I said, show it. It's show and tell. So,
Well, let me look at it for a minute because you're the one that sourced this. So I haven't actually felt around for condition issues. So, quick question.
Hmm.
This item is an item we sourced today.
Which means anything we get out of it,
It's pure profit.
right? Throw it up there for whatever. I know.
Well,
what
you
it,
should be showing it because it's your piece that you sourced.
Sure. Like enough.
But I don't feel like I know enough about this dish.
Well, I can read it. Just
All
give me
right.
a second. I got to get back in.
Mr. Steph's gonna describe this item for us because I have no idea. Other than it looks like a cool trinket dish. It is signed. What? Pitkin and Brooks. Hand painted china. And then it is stamped.
All right. Jump to details.
I have to
So
look
it's
that
an
stamp up.
antique.
Well, if this is antique, is this really antique or is this old vintage? Because if it's
1903 to 1917.
why am I
Made
showing
in France.
dude? We're not supposed to fall in love with our inventory.
That
This
was
is
an awesome pick for.
dude. This is the type of stuff your mom's got around that your grandma painted,
Uh-huh.
and that's why I like the piece. All right, here's the stamp signed. So it's signed here, stamped here. I cannot. Wait. I got this thing. Whoa. I cannot make that out.
Let me see the bottom of it real quick. Make sure we're on the right page.
We are not gonna bring anything asking no 100 and something bucks. While Mr. Staff looks that up, I'm not selling this. I just want to show y'all when I was sourcing today. Sourcing for my grandbaby. It's a rabbit dog, right? No, I didn't realize it until now. It's a Russell Stover Coco. That's so cool. And he must have been carrying something because he's got a couple. Did you get it figured out?
It's what it shows it is.
I don't even, if that really sold for that, I don't even know if it's right to even bring it and ask anything for it here. I don't know. Let's do like we did the jade photos, the jade
Plates.
biscuit plates. Started at 30.
So, what is it? 70,
G,
74.
yeah, VG 74. So what are we calling this?
All right, give me a minute because I exited out.
Is this gold paint? I mean, it looks gold,
It's
but is it?
antique limit these ladies cuspidor spittoon made in France between 1903 and 1917. It's in the shape of a drawstring purse. Beautifully hand-painted flowers on the inside and lusterware glaze on the outside. The rim and the handle are painted in gold. Made in Limoges, France by Pertrude Phrase Company, owned by brothers Pierre and Paul Poutud.
We're going to do a start bid of 30. G74, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
look.
Yeah. Kraken's in for 30. Looking for 31 or more.
And it is signed. I did tell you there's two signatures, right? So it's signed here, stamped here. Let me see. Let's see. Right here it's also signed. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it to focus, but it is there. So I would definitely say that's the artist signature. I mean, the artist probably signed right here, but the actual artist signature is right here.
So we're going to start counting down.
Okay.
Going once to Kraken for 30.
And then give you an idea.
Going twice to Kraken for 30. Oh, Jody's in for 31. Looking for 32 or more.
And I do not see any paint loss, y'all.
Kraken's at 33. Looking for 34 or more.
So this, I would say, soon say it was set on a shelf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in extremely good shape.
It's an excellent shape for its age. I mean,
Yeah,
Don't
I just
you
had
wish-
heart failure because I didn't. You
don't you wish you could look this good at 100? I guess I could bring it up to give y'all.
Are you still driving, Jody? Never said she was going to have us in the car.
Well, it depends on where she was going. You know, she's in one of those.
Jody's passing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the countdown back to Kraken.
It almost looks like a speedboat.
Going once. Going twice.
Spectacular piece.
Yeah, very expensive.
Yeah, it looks like a very expensive new ashtray. I would not.
Last call to Kraken.
I would not put ashes in here. Thank you, Jody, for your bids.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kraken, for your bids. We're going to sell it to Kraken for the 33.
Alrighty. Just because
Jody said, no, pizza was around the corner. All right, cool. And something when our kids joined the military, their recruiter had a bad habit of texting and driving.
Alright, what did it sell for?
33.
And it was 74, right? Or
Yes.
75.
G74.
And that's for Kraken? Correct?
Yep.
Thank you both for your bids. I'm looking because now that I know it's an antique, which I mean, it's got that look, but not everything you see, right, necessarily is. I need to find a container for this because I don't want it to sit there and
Yep.
rattle.
Just send it over on your desk. I'll go find something. You just
Well-
show off some stuff while I'm looking.
All right, I'll set it up here. I mean, I've got boxes, so let's see. I need to look at this. This is going to be G75. I got to check it for condition issues, so give me a second, y'all. We're going to do a starting bid. G75 for $6. That might be what I have into it, but at this point, this is cobalt blue. I mean, it's carnival glass, but it is cobalt blue. Let me see if I can get a light. It's a black light, but yeah, there's your cobalt blue.
All right, you want to hand me the...
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, it's because it's showing the cobalt.
That is so cool.
It doesn't really glow, but it shows the cobalt off. Where's
What?
that dish?
It's up there.
You want to hand it to me? I don't know if I'm going to have it or anything.
All right, let's check condition issues.
There. Yeah, it was G74. Kraken.
Yeah, G74 was that over there. This is G75. All right, the only condition issue I felt. I'm going to go around it one more time.
What are you starting that at?
G75 start bid is $6. All right, I do not see any condition issues except for one. So it's not a nick. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's been rubbed up against something. So that's where we're going to start, okay? It's on this ripple right there. See it? I don't know. Right there at the discoloration. So, right there. Aside from that, it doesn't even really feel rough. It's kind of like rolling your hand across sand. I mean, as long as you don't have fibromyalgia, right? That isn't a bad thing, I don't think. Just checking for any other. I don't see any other condition issues. So let's Google Lens this, and I'll get you dimensions. Typically, when I do glass, unless it's something Mr. Steph has sourced, typically I try to get some background on it. So right now I'm just looking for a pattern. Alright, so this item is fitting. Peacock tail, blue carnival glass. It's a hat bowl. Yeah. Okay. I can tell you, I probably shouldn't have brought this. I should have just listed it. But hey, we'll do a starting bid of 6 because just because things are priced
A lot of times,
or
when I
confident
Google
in a
Lens,
certain
isn't to
place.
see what they're going for or what they've sold
Well,
for. Most of the time,
it's
like
to
mine,
price
it brings the
it.
description
Right.
and tells you what it is, and then you can
I
kind of
guess I
figure
should
out
hold
where
this up
you should
for-
go. Kraken's in for 6,
Sorry,
looking
y'all.
for 7 or more.
And then let's get dimensions on this baby. So it is at its height. Just under 3 1/4. It's a 5.5 inch. It's 5.5 inches in diameter. And then the bottom, it's going to be just short of 2 3/4.
So
There
I'm gonna
is a controlled bubble there. It's actually quite a big one.
So we're going once to Kraken for 6, looking for 7 or more to outbid.
And there are other bubbles. Just a really cool piece.
And going twice to Kraken.
Kraken. Thank you, thank you.
Last call to Kraken for $6. And we are sold to Kraken for $6.
Congratulations, Kraken. Thank you for your bid.
Thank you.
Alright, this is
Now that's awesome.
alright, I've got to get some no, I can set it this way.
I
Did I
got-
mention I've got an issue with glass right now?
I have newspapers and stuff.
I'll just set it in this way.
So Kraken says, I don't need dimensions. My ice cream will fit in it nicely. So I'm on a group on Facebook for uranium glass. And someone mentioned about the uranium glass. And she was going to buy this wine glass that was uranium. So it glows that bright green. And the person refused to sell it to her because she mentioned she was going to drink wine out of the glass. And the person's like, well, I can't sell this to you because I can't have on my conscience that I just poisoned you.
Is anyone interested in a Al Bachelor? I might wonder what an Al Bachelor is. This guy is, well, depending on if you like your salt better than your pepper, it should be a pepper. But this guy is single. He flew the coop, or she did. And I think he's still cool.
And that's his cool wall trinket piece.
So let's do G76. Let's do a buy it now, $2. $2.
All right, so what number was that one?
G76, and it's going to be buy it now, $2. It is just over 2.5 inches long for the base. And 3.25 inches tall. It's
You said $2.
$2. Buy it now. So G76. Buy it now.
Jody says, just don't put it in the dishwasher. I'm so dumb sometimes. Piece of glass you put in the dishwasher.
Alright, Kraken, you want this solo guy? You can have him for $2.
Oh, get it wrote down here just a second.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed that his partner wasn't with him because he's kind of cool. I like his color. And we'll get
Sit for a second.
Oh, did I mention firecracker? I guess in her care package. Yeah, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm just giving her time. Oh, so we are. Was that 76?
Yep.
Right, 77. Vermont. Have you been to Vermont? And if so, what was your most exciting? I don't know. What was your happy space? You said 76 is what we're on. We're gonna do. You know what? Let's do buy it now. $3 for this guy. It's still new with the price tag on it. So we're going to start it's a tile. It is more than a tile. You can set a drink on it. So it's a coaster. If it's a flying object, I mean, it could hurt somebody. So it feels like it's slate. So G76, buy it now, $3.
77, you mean?
Yeah, 77. Sorry. And it's a moose. Wait. Moose are the ones in Alaska, right? Those are the ones that, like...
Yeah, that's a moose.
Alright, so it's a moose. And it's inscribed Vermont. So I'm guessing this is a 3x3. But we'll measure it anyway. Alright, so this is 3 3/4. 3 3/4. And so it's engraved and dented however you want to look at that, but G76 by now $3. Alrighty. We're almost through. Oh, y'all, well, even if you don't resell, these are good to have. See if that'll fit on,
I know it'll fit on there.
but will the door shut?
It should.
Alright, so. So now I got somewhere to hang more stuff. I hang a lot of stuff, and I know that probably don't sound right, but alright, I had something going on and I just had a brain fart.
Oh, another piece of glass you can see.
Oh, the Starbucks
Yeah.
cup. So G78 is going to be a start bid of $6. And that is for Starbucks. And so it's got the imprint on the bottom. And it's got your whole rainbow metallic. It's really cool. That's G78 starting bid $6. Great thing about a starting bid is if you're the only one that comes in, that's what you get it for. 3.5 inches in diameter at the top.
All right, see you later, Kraken. Thank you. You're
See
awesome,
ya, Kraken. Thanks. It's 6 inches tall. Let's see. What's it say? Fluid ounces. 16 fluid ounces. And it says, do not microwave. Hand wash only. Made in China. 2022 is the copyright. 2022 is the copyright for this one.
You have a good night too, Kraken.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for being here, bud. I appreciate you. Are we ready?
And Jody's in for 6 on that.
Is she?
Yeah.
All right, then let's count it down.
Going once to Jody for 6. Going twice to Jody for 6. Last call. And we are sold.
Thank you, Jody. Congratulations. All right. So that was 78, right? Yep, 78. G79. I don't know a whole lot about this piece, but it's glass. And we're going to do a starting bid. It does not glow. We're going to do a starting bid of $4.
And your family too, Kraken.
Yeah, it's very perfect for coffee. I thought about sending it to Firecracker, but for one, her grandma has. So start bid G79, $4. It is green. Yes, I've picked it up to decorate and sell before St. Patty's Day.
Said $6. $4.
$4. $4. Starting bid. There's my tip. Yeah, I considered sending it to Firecracker, but I'm like, that girl already has too many Starbucks mugs. 2.5 inches in diameter.
I guess. All
Alright. One of the kids must be calling. 5.5 inches. It's a hair less than 5.5 inches. So at its tallest peak, it's 5.5 inches. This is green. It is a light green, but it's still pretty. Hey, give me a second, though. Do I need a mute? You know, it's never good when the guy goes outside. But maybe it's because I'm lying. Alrighty. Just a soldier calling home. Alright, let's get back. There was still glass on the floor. So G79 start bid is $4. It's 5.5 inches. And when did we decide the bottom was? The bottom is 2 3/4.
He apologized. He figured we'd be off by now.
Well, it is almost 7.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We're pretty much there.
I think
with
we're
what we've
pretty
pulled
much.
for today.
Yeah. I mean, today is Wednesday. So this evening, it's going to be easy for anyone that doesn't build a box with me. I mean, it would be for anyone that does, but the way we got this organized, quite literally, it's to grab your sewed bin, that's what we're going to call it, and go wrap it and pack it and invoice and all that. So it's going to be funky over the next couple weeks, y'all. Us getting in a better routine. But I think our shipping, packaging department will run smoother.
The stress of doing this has been invoicing, shipping, and packing. So anything we can do to lessen that stress.
So do you think a lot of the stress is because I am so detailed with my invoicing?
On the invoicing, yeah. On the packing, if you just leave me alone, we're good. This is what happens when you've been married as long as we have. You tease each other.
I mean, I got a ton of other stuff I could show, but we could show it next week, y'all.
Right. I'm thinking supper's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, supper's a big deal. I need to get my drafting done, so tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. What is our weekend looking like? Just normal, right?
Yeah, just normal. I mean, I work, but we're still in that lull because college stuff's all kind of...
Right. Yeah, I've got to, I got to check and see about my time slot, time space, whatever, for Friday. Because that's what Don and Teresa, and I'm not sure whose channel, and I think it's East Coast Resellers. That's what they do on Fridays, isn't it?
I think so.
So that's probably 2-3 hours or more. And then next week, I'm working right now on a collaboration. We haven't decided if it's going to be on my channel or Don's channel yet. I got to work that in. Yeah, it's crazy to have to fully function and be running top gear and be recovering from being sick, and then just, life being topsy-turvy. But we're getting there. It's just taking us a bit. So, if you don't build a box with me more than, throughout the week or whatever, you'll get your invoice most likely Thursday evening. I did mention I had another package, right, that came today. It's not a bunch of stickers. Wait, there might be stickers in here. Dude,
These are the nights that I went to bed because I had to work the next morning. And I wake up at 3 a.m. and she's not in bed with me because she's too busy shopping.
Hey, wait, it's a purse. Not just any purse. That's like a crossbody. Hey, wait, it's another purse. Oh, look. It's another purse. Now, most of these babies are leather. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's all I got out of that. Man, I was disciplined. Even with retail therapy, and you're going to be doing it. I got some stuff for some lots I'm putting together. Let's check these bags out. Typically, I like to purchase things in person because I like to put my hands on it. Sometimes, life just tells you, hey. And the cool thing about this is I can keep these under $10 start bid. And when was the last time y'all went to the store anywhere and you picked up a purse for less than $10? Brand new. Leather. Right?
What are they, marked leather?
They should be. We'll check out here in a minute. Check them out. So one thing I remember that night was, I'm like, hey.
I mean, still, a start bid at like $10 for a purse is still a good price. So even if it's not genuine leather.
This one feels more genuine than this one, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll look for markings and stuff. I mean, it should be on the bags too, but there should still be a marking on the bag. Bags are definitely a thing with me. I mean, when we was homeless, we lived out of bags. I didn't do boxes. We did bags. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And this is crossbody. Now it's got the look
Sweet.
of denim. But it's a suede or it's a leather. This one, oh wow. I only got one of each because I needed for one, I wanted quality control check on them. And then two, I want to make sure that people are going to buy them. I don't want to get a big inventory of bags and then not be able to move them.
And then sit on them for a year. Got a closet full of stuff that way in our room.
Can't make out the marking on this. But yeah, that's sweet. So these will be next week, y'all. I still didn't get through all my bags. Those will be stuff next week because, I mean, yeah, it's, what do you call that? I'm looking for something I pulled out earlier and now I don't know what I did with it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did. I'll show you. Not sure I've got eggs in the house right now. Have y'all seen the prices of eggs?
You got 6.
I got 6. Yeah, it should still hold an egg, right?
Okay.
Oh no, it looks like half a dozen hold here. I got 2 of them. I figure, yeah, they're cool for Easter and to decorate, but you could use these throughout the year. And you can put them in the bathroom for the little ones. So it's a ducky and, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the eggs. So
There
I
you go.
got this basket. That's alright. I found my eggs.
See?
They were
I
in
walked all the way to the kitchen and got a raw egg for you. I'll throw it at you.
these are these eggs are Kindle eggs. But hey, they're still woohoo! It does fit. So yeah, eggs can fit in there. So anyone doing like the farmhouse thing, whatever, someone likes ducks, that's a good piece. So we'll have those next week. I haven't got this today. So let's see. But hopefully by next week we'll be like fully operational, up and running. These give me the whole Pioneer Woman feel because of the color. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, that's out now too. So I'll have this weaving bag next week. After we get things organized and kind of a flow on things, then we're going to start listing online. I don't see much other choice because we do have a lot of big ticket items that do have value. You know, it's those big ticket items that make it possible to do what we do. So we do a lot of smalls, but that's the grind. So yeah, this all look different. Well, kind of, sort of. It should look more appeasing next week. Let's see. Need to get a battery for that slot night light and see if it projects.
Yeah.
Because if it projects, that'd be cool. I do have a few more L's. I have a large jewelry casket case, a fairy lamp. It does have a small condition issue. It's not broke. It's just there's a ding in it. Let's see. I got a vase over here. I've got to do some more research on. So yeah, it's just getting there, y'all. I want to thank y'all all for being here this evening, hanging out. For anyone that bid on any items this evening. Yeah, invoices will go out Thursday. I don't anticipate that I'll have any that roll into Friday. Invoices are due on Saturday. I changed it from Sunday. Making invoices due for the day I start the next week. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Doesn't make sense to have my books still open from the week before, and to be starting new when I have invoices that haven't been paid. So, with that said, if all regular due dates are going to be on Saturday. It don't matter when on Saturdays, just as long as your invoice is paid on Saturday. Because Sundays, for folks that life hasn't just happened suddenly, right? Because life does happen like that at times. That don't communicate with me. Um, it starts with a line of communication, and if you don't let me know, you don't let me know. I just have to assume. Um, Sunday before we come live, whatever invoice I have that's open, that there's been no communication with, I'm going to hit the cancel button. I have to start doing that. I did that a couple weeks ago, right before I got sick. Literally. Actually, I think I was sick. And I don't have a problem with that person. My problem is a lack of communication.
Yep, talk to us. I mean, we're
You know,
easygoing and we're very flexible. Just
if I'm doing all the stuff on my end, and I know the days of the week can blend with people, but if you're pretty active on your devices,
you're good, Jody. It's not you. And even the person
you've never done that. You've been
even the person that we had to cancel on. There's no actual real hard feelings. If there was communication, I've still got their stuff sitting in its own container.
Yeah, I still got their stuff. I just it's something. What is it? I think it's in the intro. I think I put it in the new intro that explains. No, you've always been. I think you've been prompt. Typically, I'm a prompt payer. I had one come in last night or yesterday.
And it has to wait till the night.
And no, it's in an open box to their because there's been so much history between me and that reseller. They're gonna hold it up till the 1st. And that's the stuff for Firecracker. So I'm actually going to divert it and have it sent to where she's at. I've got time. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm thinking at the top of my head, Jody, just because we have been gone for a couple weeks, and I am making slight changes. Maybe that's part of my nervousness with going on to eBay. I would have to say the two largest things I've heard people complain about is the buyer claiming that the item wasn't what it was. Won't send it back either. Wants a full refund, or sends the item back, but it isn't the identical item.
Or it's busted into pieces.
Yeah, just the other is, let's see, what is that one? There's one on I seen. And I know there's two sides to the story, and I know most people don't bring enough of the info to the table to figure out what's going on, but there was a reseller on eBay, and she got flagged for essentially like product infringement.
Yeah,
but with that said,
Whatnot's had the same issue.
But with that said, it'd be like for something like this that I sell. Now I could see if I like slap my logo and everything on it, how that would be infringing. Right. But selling this and giving all the information, and that's the thing, I ain't got the time or the energy for that type of stuff. I mean, was eBay my first real platform for toxic relationship with retail selling?
Yeah. Retail buying.
Retail buying, sorry. Retail buying, not retail selling.
Yeah, this is our first attempt at reselling.
I mean, I would get a box of clothes. And when I say a box of clothes, I'm talking probably the 24-inch boxes, but this has also been almost 20 years. I would go on eBay and I would purchase two things. I always look for free shipping, look at their positive feedback, you know. But I'm going to tell you, free shipping or reduced shipping always got me more than anything. That and the twin lots. Firecracker and my niece were born on the same day. So how do you supply clothes for two babies? Start buying the news from twin mamas. I've had the worst buyers on eBay. I'm thinking of quitting. And see, that's the other thing. I know there's people like that have been on the bay for more than a decade. And they're like, Steph, the climate is not there, and
Well, that's like even with Whatnot. That's reason my YouTube's kind of just it right now because like Whatnot, some lady went on because I've got that group on Facebook because we were looking at platforms and the lady said, "What's Not's policy for my kids being in the background?" And someone goes, "Well, when they first started, you weren't allowed any background noise." And the lady goes, "Well, some lady come in." Got real nasty in my chat and said she was turning me into Whatnot because my kids were playing in the background and you could hear them and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so I don't think it matters what platform you're on. It can be nasty and horrible everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the other aspect is the nasty emails. I'm an empath, so I mean, my mama was an empath. I'm an empath. My grandmother's an empath. Hence the reason why last week I canceled my medical trip. 2 reasons. I didn't have it in me to drive that distance. And 2, my face don't lie. My energy don't lie. And I just was not in a good headspace. So Grandma called to find out when we was going to be there. She called early in the day and I'm like, oh shit. Sorry, Grandma. I'm not in a good place. And I didn't take that lightly because I knew it was going to disappoint her. I mean, it was her birthday and we've had plans to take her out. Here's my thought. God willing, I'll be there next month and we'll take her out for dinner and celebrate her birthday late then. Is it the same? No, but, we can't always control life. 1997, too many scams. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
I mean, we can count on one hand the number of stuff we've went and resold because someone didn't pay for it over here on the tube. One hand.
dude, most of that I don't sell. I end up giving it away because it irritates the hell out of me.
And that was all when we first started, and we had people in our chats that weren't there to
weren't there for no good reason except to create issues. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, look, I got this little rabbit. Yeah, maybe I have ADHD. Yeah. So the next question is this. Y'all, I've not been a little people mama in so long, meaning little kids. I'm sure this is a choking hazard.
No, it looks like it'd go through the toilet paper roll.
Just saying, Rue is
At that stage,
at that stage. I mean, and he is behaving just like us. So I could totally see in him try to eat it. Y'all, if y'all don't know, which I mean, some of y'all might not. Hey, it isn't. It stopped. But wait, because the kid is my grandbaby. Just saying. So yeah, it can be squeezed in there, so it's still a choking hazard. Barely, but it's right. The
Well,
guy.
we learned that trick when our kids were real little.
Yeah, I don't remember who taught us that. We went through parenting classes, not because we were court ordered.
But there's no book out there that tells you how to raise children.
Right.
So any input you can get.
Yeah. My biggest go-to book still is Love and Logic Parenting.
And you end up in the position we are right now.
Yeah. Love and Logic Parenting is like, yeah, that's where we are. That, not a whole lot of other things, but a lot of great people we've had in our tribe along the way. So, all right, y'all, I am going to close up. We're going to go have dinner. I have no idea what. But that was my lunch, so it's time to head out. Thanks for being here. I don't know. I was thinking maybe of doing a pop-up, but I think I'm going to take my time, especially with not knowing if I'm collaborating with someone else on Friday, because I was thinking it was next week. And then for sure, I will have one next week. I just don't know if it'll be on my channel yet or not. We're still working it out. Give someone too many options, and then they're like, hey. But it'll give us time to get things in order because, yeah, it's getting there. Thanks for being here this evening, y'all. Check for your invoices. If you don't hear your phone ding, get a notification, get an email or whatever. Thursday night, don't worry. That means that for whatever reason, I am bleeding over into Friday for packing and shipping. Mr. Steph said we have a normal weekend. And the reason why I was asking that is, yes, my vehicle is drivable. Is it drivable? Is it drivable enough to go to my grandma's right now? The answer is no. I would do damage to it. There's something loose, something not quite right, something. So it's been parked. But if y'all get your invoice and you get it paid Friday evening, I could almost guarantee that it'll go out Saturday.
Well, even if it's paid Friday evening, we can load the boxes into my van, and then when I get off on Saturday, I can swing over and drop.
Yeah, you could. That would work too. So yeah, if y'all take care of your invoices Friday evening, if you need longer, that's fine. Just let me know if you're gonna run over Saturday, because I don't know if I don't know. Y'all have a good evening. See you on the YouTube highways. Pirate ships the way I ship. Catch y'all later.